take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still balling like a offspring.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Denver Broncos. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Goes take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Lock now on first down. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 3 yards the gain there. Second down.
At the 24-yard line.
Second down at 7. From the gun, it's Locke. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
First down.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
On first and 10, here's Locke. 20. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
The tackle made by...
Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So they've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and walk.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Returning it, Johnson. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return, the Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their own 27. Anthony McFarland, his first carry of the ball game. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
2nd and 11 now. Now Roethlisberger to throw. His throw caught. Hit it out the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
The 3-yard line.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
The ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 45's the mark.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Anthony McFarland with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Minka Fitzpatrick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
45. Mike, 45.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers have taken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 35.
The no-fly zone certainly not existing on this drive. They've had no trouble moving the ball through the air. Back-to-back big-time completions. So now if you're a defense, what adjustments are you going to make to try and keep them at the end zone?
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Throwing on first down is Locke. They're going right back to Hamler. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A gain of
12 more yards there and another first down.
Broncos.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. It was Joe Hayden, the former Pro Bowler, that came up to get him down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
Through one quarter, 14-7, our score.
First quarter with the score, Steelers 14.
2nd and 8 coming up. Throwing now is Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They got the defense on their heels.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. McManus now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the handoff, it's McFarland. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's go defense. Let's go defense. Take both of them. Here we go, here we go.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Returning it, here's Hamler. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10.
8-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Block working out of the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Denver.
I know a lot of Denver fans are really excited about the possibilities for Courtland Sutton now that Drew Lock is entrenched as their starting quarterback. Remember, last season, the last 5 games with Lock as the guy in charge, the team went 4-1. I think they'll only get better and better. As for the season, Courtland Sutton had 1,112 yards and 6 touchdowns with 3 different quarterbacks. Just put the ball in his vicinity, and he'll make a play.
11 more on that one, and another 1st down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun snap to Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down. They'll run with Lindsey, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
The tackle made by Devin.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Denver.
Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos have broken the tie. Now McManus for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
The score, Broncos 21, Steelers 14. Brandon McManus to kick off 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up.
Nice catch there by the rookie out of Alabama, Jerry Jeudy, and I am fired up to see the chemistry develop between he and Drew Lock, their quarterback, and in addition, Cortland Sutton, their Pro Bowl wide receiver from last year. This might be the best pair of receivers the Broncos have had since Demaryius Bebe Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders. This should be fun for Bronco fans to watch.
Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Broncos first down.
Every time I watch Melvin Gordon play, I'm reminded of his time at Wisconsin and his development there. Went from being kind of a gimmick player to a full-time runner to a guy who became more than dependable out of the backfield catching the football. Just caught one there for a first down. Those are the types of plays that Melvin Gordon is capable of making.
On first down, Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Throwing again. Block. And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
23 yards, the final tally. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Block on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
The 9-yard line.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Locke to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And McManus able to put it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers. It got his man complete. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chase Claypool in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. 4 seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, McFarland. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Again, McFarland. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It's a gain of a
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run with McFarland. And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. You can already start to hear this crowd. They're saying, go for it.
Yeah, have we ever been at a game where you've heard the crowd go, field goal, field goal?
No, I have not. That's a good point.
Yeah, they always want to go for it, and I think they've got the right idea right now. The way they've moved the ball in this drive, I wouldn't stop that momentum. Go get it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Denver.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Block now to throw. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
10 yards on the pickup.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards. Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsay. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd and 5 now. Lock. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. Lock. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
For the field goal, a 35-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? Now a 2nd down and 6. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. He's going to look deep down the field. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a 1st down.
43-yard line.
And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carried by the wide.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. And this is caught at the 20. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, he's definitely a big target out there, listed as 6'4", and he used every one of those extra inches to go up and make that catch.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 21-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
With the score,
it'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Roethlisberger will throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Boswell's kick is good, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. 4th quarter, they cling to a 3-point lead after the field goal a moment ago. It's certainly a very critical drive with still a good chunk of time remaining. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds. And then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Lock now on 1st down. He completes this to Sutton. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here we go. Let's go. 45. Mike, 45.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
On second down, McFarland. And he gets it down to the 32.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Roethlisberger will hand the counter. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Connor, the ball carrier.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I know people see Phillip Lindsay's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsay. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball in the backfield and move the sticks.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
He'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down. Now Gordon on first down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Chase Claypool, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. Then the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
38. Broncos 27.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. So you can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Trying to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing to, having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. He'll let this go for the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, two-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
2nd and 7. Roethlisberger going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. One final try for Locke. He finds an opening past the 40. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
Score, Steelers.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Steelers, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so just shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle 'cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Hey, hey, go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Work the middle, 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 work the.
Pan a camera to the middle of the dance floor. I think there's something going down. Shorty packing goods like a transport, and I ain't never seen something so round. How round?